What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Cantina Talk. So in today's video, I'll be going over everything that we currently know about Skeleton Crew before it releases on December 3rd. We have a lot to go over today, but quickly, I would just like to ask that you subscribe. We are very quickly approaching 22,000 subscribers, and my goal is to hit that by August 16th. But without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So, as of 2 days ago, at the time of recording this video, we got the release date of December 3rd, 2024 for Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Originally, this show was supposed to come out around the same time last year, but ultimately got pushed back due to the writer's strike. We currently know that Jon Watts and Christopher Ford are the writers and the showrunners of this project, which, if you know anything about Jon Watts or Christopher Ford, you should be very excited. Dave Filoni is also executive producing this show, which this is the first show that Dave Filoni will have full creative control over, so it's a step in the right direction, and I think things are going to only get better from here. With them, we also have our list of directors, that being Jon Watts, Bryce Dallas Howard, Lee Isaac Chung from Twisters, Jake Schreier from Paper Towns and Thunderbolts, David Lowery from The Green Knight, and The Daniels. If you have seen Everything Everywhere All at Once from The Daniels, you will know that we are in great hands. Jon Watts had said that The Goonies were an inspiration, and that this is basically going to be Stranger Things and The Goonies in space, which is a really cool concept, and I'm honestly quite excited to see how that will be translated. Jon Watts had also stated that this will be a lighthearted, family-friendly viewing experience that should make Skeleton Crew truly unique. Jon Watts had also released another description of Skeleton Crew, and he said that it's about a group of kids that find a buried spaceship on their boring planet, accidentally turn it on, get blasted in the galaxy, and it's a story about them trying to find their way back home. We also recently have found out that Skeleton Crew would be going back to stop-motion animation and miniatures, along with also using the volume here and there. This is really cool to see because we haven't really gotten miniatures, honestly, I believe, since the prequels. If you don't know, a whole bunch of miniatures were made during the making of Revenge of the Sith, but they only used them basically just to scan the insides for the interior to later replace it with CGI. So this is really cool that they are coming back. Last week, we also got this official poster from Skeleton Crew, so within the upcoming weeks and months, we should start seeing more and more promo for the show. We have another photo, and this is of all the children in the show. We also have this early concept art, and I believe that this is Jude Law's ship, based off of the leaked LEGO sets. And that ship would be called the Onyx Cylinder. Here as well, we could see that Jod, Wim, Fern, KB, and Neil are all included on the set, so these are in fact the full character names. And that ship in the concept art not only looks like the Onyx, but if you look at the background here of the box, it also looks like that same forest. And lastly, we also got these official photos. I don't know why, but I definitely think that this one with the speeder is my favorite. Second to the kids fighting the show's droid, this definitely felt a whole lot like Stranger Things to me. We got a more HD first glimpse of Jude Law, as well as another shot of Jude Law with the children on the Onyx Cylinder. We also have some leaked photos from Celebration, where we see the Onyx Cylinder coming into almost what looks like Kajimi, but it's some sort of shipyard. And we have another photo of the kids in the forest, along with this photo showing the suburban home area, which is honestly really weird to see in Star Wars, but I honestly would just want to learn more about the setting. This also seems like the same area where the woods could be, where they find the Onyx Cylinder. Now you might be wondering, where does this take place in the Star Wars timeline? Well, in the trailer that was shown at Star Wars Celebration last year, we had seen Vane, the pirate from Mando Season 3 in the trailer. So based on that, I'm going to be saying that this takes place right after the events of Mando Season 3, but just before the events of Ahsoka, so this is going to fit right in between that time period. We also know that this season is going to be 8 episodes long, and each episode will be roughly around 43 minutes, give or take 5 minutes here and there for credits. And I also guarantee that we'll be getting a full teaser trailer at the end of this week with D23. Now on to the characters. We have Jude Law playing Jadna Nawud, the main character as a seasoned Jedi. We were only told that he was a Force user, but in an interview with Screen Rant, they told us, in fact, that he was a Jedi. From the summary in that interview, it stated that the show's main cast includes children as heroes, a droid, and a Jude Law as a seasoned Jedi, and their names have been finally revealed, which we will get into those in just a minute. Jude Law had also stated that his character, Jod, is someone who uses quick thinking, charm, and conversation to get out of all sorts of scenarios. Along with that, he also said, Skeleton Crew will be a joyful and unique Star Wars adventure with focus on hope and cooperation. I'm very interested to see more about this Jedi aspect of him, and how that will all tie into the story. So to dive into those character names, we have Wim, KB, Neil, and Fern. These are all the child characters' names, but with that, I would love to hear from you all in the comments down below on what you think of this. I'm honestly excited about the show, and I cannot wait to see where it'll go with the story. Joe from Jar Jar Jargon is currently away on vacation, but when he gets back, we will see you all for another episode of Cantina Jargon, our semi-weekly podcast. So make sure to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you do not miss that stream. But without further ado, I will see you all in the next one, and lastly, may the Force be with you all.